Hey everybody, welcome back. Right now we're throwing together another quick sauce of some smashed up avocado and some sour cream and some lime juice. This will be something cool and refreshing to offset the heat and sweetness from the Sriracha molasses glaze that we're doing for our chicken.
Which is
very dark, very rich, very spicy.
What went into making that?
And that it is some rice vinegar, a whole lot of molasses, a little bit of honey, some garlic powder, and we went ahead and cooked it down. Cooked it down to was a nice thick syrupy. And once the chicken is dressed with it, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of a brown sugar salt over it. That'll give some extra texture, some extra flavor. So you can see that face it that way, that the sauce is coating the spoon. It's falling down in little thin ribbons. See, once it hits, it does go back into form, but it holds up its shape just for a second.
And then you also have the brown sugar and...
Use brown sugar and kosher salt. It's about a 50-50 blend. So it's salty, sweet. That'll act as another balance to the sauce, and it should harmonize pretty well with our avocado sour cream.
So we now have 3 dips.
Yes.
For the chicken.
Some brown sugar salt, a Sriracha molasses glaze, and an avocado sour cream. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and toss our chicken legs, which have been marinating for about 5 hours in a blend of rice vinegar and a little bit of molasses, a little bit of Sriracha. We are carrying it all the way through. It's a lot thinner. It's a lot more of the vinegar. Have just enough on there to coat it. The acid vinegar is going to help break everything down a bit. The flavors will get right in. I'm going to go ahead and toss this with a little bit of flour, just a little bit of a dredge, and throw it into our fryer, which we've had at a medium heat for about 15 minutes or so warming up. If you look closely, you can see that from the marinade, the chicken got slightly brown. There's a little bit of a rosy color from the way everything's interacting. Shaking off as much as we can. And upside of this marinade, because the chicken is wet, it'll help the flour stick. And the flour on it will help crisp everything up while it's frying. Put in just enough flour to coat it. Normally when frying something you would season the flour, but we're not going to this time because there is all the seasoning in the marinade plus all the seasoning in the glaze. Lightly toss it. Go and add a little bit more. Now we're going to go ahead and bring all this over to our fryer. Drop it in. We'll be leaving each piece frying for about 10 minutes or so, maybe longer. Looking for it to be, it's going to be a little bit darker than golden brown because the color of the chicken already from the marinade. When in doubt, cut open a piece, check just to make sure. Frying time, it may vary depending on how well your pan conducts heat, on the size of each piece of chicken. So 10 minutes is more of an approximation. So you see right now we only have 3 legs in there at a time. If your pot's bigger, you can fry more than that. I am keeping it on a medium-low heat or so. I like to sometimes, some things, give it a really slow fry.
So we added So we've added the molasses.
It's the molasses sriracha has been tossed. The chicken has been tossed with the molasses sriracha. We've not thrown it away.
And now you're tossing it with the brown sugar and salt.
I am. I sprinkled just a little bit over there. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some more once I transfer it to a different bowl. I am putting a different bowl this way. It's coated in the sauce, but I don't want it sitting in there and swimming.
And then we have fresh salads, which are out of focus. There we have fresh salads.
And a little bit more of that brown sugar salt. And our guacamole, which has been chewing quite nicely. So let's go ahead and put it together. A little fat dollop of the avocado with sour cream. This will provide a nice base for the chicken. A couple pieces of that chicken. You want to go put on some store-bought chips. Gotta have the chips with the guacamole. Almost a creme nut. And a very generous helping of our guacamole over here. I'm just gonna put it right on top. It's gonna get everywhere anyway. So we got our finished product here. An avocado sour cream, some fresh made guacamole with some ground up cumin, and a little bit of lime juice and lime zest, and some chicken legs tossed in a kind of spicy, kind of sweet, kind of salty Sriracha molasses glaze.